and welcome to a Wow Embossing Powder video. I'm Christine and today we're going to be playing around making a gorgeous get well soon card, but playing with something you may not have heard of from Wow before. They have these mixed media additives which are kind of like these little flakes, and I've got the Harlequin colour of them, which is like a gorgeous teal with a lime green mixed in, and I thought we could play around with using some clear texture paste through the stencil, sprinkling on some mixed media additives and then using some beautiful Seth Apter embossing powders as well to create a gorgeous get well soon kind of card. The first thing we're going to do with this card is I've taken a stripy stencil and some Salvaged Patina distress ink, and I've already created my background, a beautiful stripy effect. Then I'm going to bring in my Magnetic Crafters platform and a beautiful floral stencil from Jamie Rogers Crafts, and I'm going to use some of his clear texture paste, which is a lovely thick viscous kind of texture paste, and I'm going to scrape it through the stencil, and I'm also going to use one of the kind of scraper tools that you can get from different brands. I've got a scrapbook.com one here, and I'm just going to use it to level off the paste across the stencil, and you can kind of see how much excess it removes as well. And then once we've got our design on there, we can remove our stencil, go and wash it, and then we'll have our beautiful piece ready to work with. And now we've got all of our paste on here, we can use, I quite like to use a palette knife to kind of prise it up so I don't put my fingers in any of the paste. Grab it where there isn't any paste, and you can see that beautiful design on there. And I'm just going to clean up my mat and bring a piece of scrap paper in ready. So for the next step of this, I'm taking my background and I'm going to put it on scrap paper to work with, and then I'm going to get those beautiful Harlequin mixed media additives. So these are a gorgeous like flake kind of piece in a lovely lime green and a beautiful tealy kind of colour, and you can see they're quite large flakes in the pot, but they crumble really easily. So what we're going to do is we're going to pinch some out of the pot and we're going to crumble them over the top of our texture paste. And why this is quite a good technique to use with this sort of version of a kind of background element using embossing powders is because the clear texture paste is going to really grab these large flakes, whereas if you're using your clear sticky ink, it kind of doesn't grab the flakes as much as you might want, and you kind of got to use some sort of adhesive to actually get those flakes to sort of stay on the background where you want them to be. So I'm just sort of like crumbling them in my fingers as I'm putting them on. I want to get more of the lime green because my sentiment later on I'm going to do in lime green, and I want it to kind of pick out the beautiful lime in the background as well. It doesn't matter if you do get some larger chunks in here too, but you kind of want to work for smaller little pieces so they're not going to overlap our beautiful floral design too much. You want them to sort of stay within the floral design if you can. And we'll just keep crumbling a few more pieces in, and you can do as much or as little of this as you want to depending on what effect you're going for really. So just going to crumble a few more bits in. Then once we're happy with the amount that we've got on there, we can tip off the excess like so, and you can actually do this next part in different ways. So what you can do is you can work with each embossing powder individually, and you can sprinkle on our 3 different colours. You can do a bit of one, tip it off, put it back in the pot, do a bit of another, tip it off, put it back in the pot, and then you can go over the whole thing with your final colour. Or if you want to, you can sprinkle on all of the colours at the same time, and then you don't have to worry about contamination. But you do want to make sure you're using less powder than you normally would, otherwise you'll get a complete mixture at the end. But first of all, I'm just pressing down some of these little flakes from the mixed media additives just to make sure they've grabbed onto that clear texture paste nicely. I don't want to press too hard though, I don't want to squash the texture paste design, but I just want to get a few more of them sticking into the paste really well. Then we can clear off our scrap paper, and then we can bring in the first of our colours. So I have picked out Dirti, Verdi, Sea of Tranquility and Tarnished Teal as my 3 colours to work with this. And you do want to make sure they're well shaken because these have got like all sorts of different particles in them. And if you haven't shaken them and all of the particles of a similar type are all on the top, they're really going to stick to texture paste. Whereas when you're using clear sticky ink, it doesn't always matter if that happens because you can kind of like brush them off a little bit easier. But when you're using a texture paste, they're really going to stick in there as soon as they touch it. So you do want to make sure they're really nicely mixed. And then we can start bringing in our embossing powders, and we're going to go for the method of sprinkling on a few areas, then tipping off the excess, putting that back in the pot and moving on to the next colour. And the first colour we're going with is the Tarnished Teal. Then I'm moving on to the Dirti Verdi, and then finally we're finishing with a complete layer over everything of the Sea of Tranquility, just to fill in all of those final areas. So we now have our beautiful background here with our mixed media additives and our 3 different colours. But if we heat this now, we're going to get a really bubbly kind of effect, because we're going to be heating up the embossing powder, but we're also going to be heating up the texture paste underneath. And because the texture paste is really wet, it's going to give a sort of bubbled up kind of effect, which may not be what you're looking for. It might lose some of the detail within our design. So I have one that I did earlier that is already dry. You can see it already kind of looks a little bit more detailed because it's sort of dried down and sort of shrunken into the design. But actually, I am going to heat emboss both of these so I can show you the difference between them. But basically this one, the texture paste is completely dry, so I can touch this and the powder's not really coming off, it's really stuck into the texture paste. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to heat both of them so that you can see the comparison between what they look like. So for this technique, we're actually going to be heating from above, and I'm going to use the lower setting on the Wow Heat Embossing tool. Normally you would melt from underneath to get a nice smooth finish, but because we're on top of clear texture paste, it's much easier to get the powders to melt going from the top of the card. And as you can see while I'm melting, well, I don't think you can really see much from the dried one. So the one I'm currently melting is the one that's got the dry texture paste, and you can barely see any kind of change really. It's literally just the powder melting as you would normally see, but when you're using more of a mixed media one, you don't see as much of a change as you might normally do. But now I'm heating up the wet version, so you've got the wet texture paste underneath the powders, and I don't know if you can tell, but can you see that kind of like bubble or sizzling kind of effect that you get? And that is because the heat tool is now melting the embossing powder, but it's also kind of heating up the texture paste and almost drying it out as well. So it's a really different kind of effect whether you let the paste dry or you heat it whilst it's wet. So you can now see the difference between the two of them. This one, the paste was dry before I heated it, and this one, the paste was wet before I heated it. You can also see the difference between going in more clumps with your powders. So do you remember when we were putting the powder on this one? We went more like 3 larger areas, tipped it off 3 more large areas, and then did the last colour over the whole lot. This one I did a bit more sprinkly, so you've got more of a overall kind of colour showing between the 3 different powders, rather than more of a marbled kind of effect with the different colours coming in together. So that's also another difference that you can do to play around with this kind of technique on your backgrounds as well. But I just really like that you can get those beautiful mixed media additives into it really easily because the texture paste just grabs hold of them. So to finish off this card, I want to turn this into a get well card. So I've taken this waffle flower die set, and I have die cut it, the bubble piece from vellum, so that it will stand out quite nicely on our card. And then I've also cut one from white card and one from this beautiful lime green colour that matches those beautiful mixed media additives. But when I stack them both together, I kind of feel like it looks a little bit boring just being a plain, beautiful, large sentiment. So let's do a little bit of heat embossing on this, but let's not go too mixed media-y like all of the background. Let's keep it really simple. So all I'm going to do is take this polka dot background stamp, take my ultra slow drying embossing pad, ink this up. I am going to put a little bit of anti-static powder on my Get Well first, just because I've been handling it and it might have had a bit of low-tack tape on it and everything from die cutting. And then we're going to pick this up, press it face down into our polka dots so they get all over our beautiful word. And then I quite liked the effect that it looks like here, but to achieve that and make it more permanent without the ink kind of drying and it almost disappears a little bit more, we're going to use some Detail super fine clear embossing powder. So we can add that to a piece of scrap card and then put our clear embossing powder over the top of it, so that all of those little polka dots, when we heat it, will become little raised glossy polka dots, but they're tone on tone with the colour of cardstock that we've used, so everything's going to coordinate really nicely. And then to finish off this gorgeous sentiment, we're just going to put a bit of glue on the back of it, and then we're going to shadow it with a white one so that it stands out a little bit more on our vellum bubble that we're going to put it onto. And then to attach this to the card, I'm going to use some 3D foam, and I have already prepared one with some 3D foam on, so you haven't got to watch me put all of that on. So I'm just going to peel off all of the backing, and I am going to add some extra glue to the back of this so that it actually grabs to all of that texture from the embossing powders, because sometimes foam tape doesn't like to properly, you know, stay on an uneven surface. But if you add a little bit of glue on the back of your foam tape as well, it's more likely to grab onto that texture of the embossing powder really nicely. And then all I've done to finish this off is add it onto a white card blank, and then we also have our other background left, which is still a little bit wet. When you're heat embossing it, it doesn't completely dry all of the paste, so you are still going to have to wait for the paste to dry a little bit underneath, but you can definitely use this version as well if you'd rather heat it straight away rather than waiting for the paste to dry straight away. But we could finish that off with the same get well sentiment, or I've gone quite feminine with these cards, but if you want to do a slightly more masculine style, just pick a more geometric kind of stencil. You can stick with the same colour scheme, but slightly more geometric just makes it look a little bit more masculine rather than feminine. So there's another little idea for you that you may want to try. So I really hope you've enjoyed this video, playing around with using your texture paste through your stencil, adding on some of your mixed media additives and sort of crushing them in your fingers so that you can spread them around in more different areas on your background, and then finishing off with a few beautiful Seth Apter embossing powders. We used the Tarnished Teal, the Dirti Verdi and the Sea of Tranquility as well to create this beautiful teal and lime green card. So really hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again in the next one. Bye!